Three, two, one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from a mercy killing. Apparently, Joe, getting ahead of myself here, as always on this show, always trying to fly ahead of the cannon, unlike the Josh Gazard offense. Welcome back to the Bucket Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We told you we'd probably not get the win last week. Told you kept your expectations low. Hopefully, you did. Welcome back, Joe. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Sorry, it's not more fun to talk about.
Pretty sure we didn't see that one coming exactly like it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was embarrassing, honestly.
That was super. That was so embarrassing. The Rams mercifully just said, "We're good playing one half of football."
Yeah, yeah, honestly, yeah. 34-7, your Buccaneers walked the plank, and it was 31-7 at halftime. From the first kickoff straight through the first half, it was, in my opinion, completely outmanned, completely outcoached from the beginning. Honestly,
Yeah.
it really just,
levels,
yeah.
all facets.
McVay had all the answers on offense. I mean, God, Puka and Devontae and Stafford looked like they could have gone off for 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Really.
And they kept showing the defense coordinator for the Rams, and it's just like you feel like, oh man, they're using this as that stepping point, that Robert Saleh kind of guy, behind the offensive guru who's going to go be a head coach and do nothing. They showed him throughout the entirety of the first half. Don't even know what they did in the second half because didn't watch it, didn't need to. Put him down mercifully. You're absolutely right. Outclassed, outcoached, outgunned. The talent level, the discrepancy there was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it really, I mean, they didn't even need Kieran Williams. It's amazing. Didn't, I mean, yes, like the Bucks stopped the pass rush and or stop the run. Sorry. It's okay. As well. So it was just total domination, really, from the beginning.
Yeah.
And we'll just chalk that. Fortunately, it only counts as one loss. Unfortunately, that's three in a row and four of the last five. The skid has to stop.
Yeah, old Todd Bowles, middle of the season, the lulls, never going to get over it, apparently. It was very hard this week to write down things I liked, Joe. Very hard.
Very hard.
Very hard. One of those was Rashad White, 5.4 yards a carry. That's how hard it was to find things in there.
Cool.
Yaya getting a sack, the only sack of the night.
Yeah.
And Tez Johnson looking good, man. This was a 7th-round draft.
Yeah.
And he is playing lights out.
I wouldn't say he's playing like the Mecca did in the first half of the season. Tez isn't going to take on it.
But where's Emeka gone? What has Emeka done?
Well, when you're the only weapon, Kate Otten, things I don't like, wear gloves, dude. You got to put gloves on or something because you can't have this ball hit you in the gut and then let the defender just take it right out of your hands.
Well, he bobbled it 4 times in his defense.
Exactly.
Now, replay.
The gloves they give you are stickum. They're stickum.
Replay did show that his knee was down and he had possession, so it could have been called. I think it
2 feet, but did he make a football move? That's the thing that they want.
Well,
They
bobble
want
it 4 times. Somewhere in between there, you got to make some football move,
Well, you're not bobbling. You
can't
bobble it and have possession. It was. You got to wear. Also, fun fact: 31 NFL teams have a touchdown from their tight end. Can you name me the one team whose tight end group does not have a touchdown?
Let me guess. It rhymes with Shmampa Che. Is that close? Did I get it?
Nailed it. Yep.
Disgusting, Joe. But I mean, it's
Where's
not
Devin?
Cade's fault. Yeah, where is Devin?
Where's
I
Devin
love
Culp?
me some Devin Culp, and Payne Durham is just out here playing snaps and everything. I get a better blocker maybe, but I do think Devin Culp needs to start seeing the field, especially with a lot of injuries that we've had.
I like Devin
Puts
Culp.
out.
I like Devin Culp, but him and Cade both on the screens, which we'll get into Josh Gazard. The screens aren't working. What are we doing? But when you use these screens, and both Cade Otten and Devin Culp and Payne Durham, they're missing blocks.
Yeah.
Speaking of missing blocks, Tristan looked like he was a human.
2 sacks on the day. Is Jared Verse just that good, or is Kristen Wirfs had a bad game that game?
Go Knowles. This Saturday, taking down the Gators.
Go Knowles.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of, that game got flexed to Cartoon Network, Joe. Did you hear that?
That was good. I like that. I have one positive.
Oh, what is your before we get into the dislikes, you're right? What's your bump
Jake
up?
McLaughlin, perfect again.
Man, one extra point. God bless you.
Yep.
Yaya. One thing I didn't like, Joe, Yaya did have the aforementioned sack, but
Yeah.
he did play the same amount of snaps as Anthony Nelson. Why? And Anthony Nelson left with an injury.
Why?
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 That that's my question as well. Another question I have is why is the passing offense not good? Why does Josh Gizzard just have nothing past the like a 10 to 15 yard target range? That's what it feels like. There's no play at very little play actions, in my opinion. Not enough movement, which sometimes movement can be a crutch for some people. Like Mike McDaniel, I think kind of ruins himself sometimes getting too creative with it. But I think you do need a little bit of it.
I mean, that
Just not
goes
there.
into what last year you heard all the guys over and over and over talk about how they love Liam Cohen's offense because he always had two plays. Every single time they came up to the ball, they had two plays in hand
Yep.
and they were intricate and but they understood them. And you could tell last year that Baker was able to decipher these defenses. He's smart. He's a smart quarterback. He can decipher these defenses, and if you give him the right play calls, he can make those decisions. I don't see that with Josh Grizzard. Yeah, I see him check down. I get it. There are check downs and stuff, but you don't hear any of the guys talking about Grizzard's offense the way that they were talking about Liam Cohen's offense. And I get it. You know, you're not gonna fire Todd Bowles or Liam Cohen. That's in the past. We're not getting into that right now. But my question is, and we've talked about it before, Josh Grizzard's offense, does it look more like a Liam Cohen offense or Dave Canales, who also had a very sustainable offense and then got a head coaching job in Carolina? Or does it look more like a Byron Leftwich offense? Because I see a ton of runs up the middle on first down.
Well, yeah, but everybody that's come to Tampa has been played with that. I think even Liam was until he got Bucky into the fold. He's a Canellis Cohen hybrid. Part of the issue, you're right. Cohen had two plays, right? Consistently. You knew that. But on third down, who was calling those plays? Gizzard, right? And he did a
Right.
phenomenal job last year.
Yeah.
But now you have a whole offense, a whole drive,
Yeah.
a whole series you have to accommodate for and make up for that. But to the style, Dave Canales and Liam Cohen hybrid, I think more leaning towards a Dave Canales because Dave did not have a very high-powered offense. If you remember, it was good, moved the chains, and did a great job, and top half of the league for sure. But Cohen's was more explosive, more dynamic. So yeah, so I think it's a hybrid, but I think it leans more Canales.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, let's see here.
Zion does not look like a cornerback one. Um,
No, got
really,
demolished. Got
he
demolished.
looked like he was lost, you know? And I obviously Todd Bowles is the one telling him to play off the receiver, but it's third and 15, and you give up a 17-yard down and out, a 17-yard down and out on third and 15.
Yeah.
Why are you playing more than 17 yards off receiver
Um,
on third and 15?
so gave up two touchdown catches. Joe, the stats after Devontae Adams caught that second touchdown, that Zion to give it up. His stats up to that point, he allowed six throws to be completed, 100%, 94 yards and two touchdowns. And that's in a half of football, ladies and gentlemen. A half of football.
That's bad.
That's bad. Um,
But dude, watching Devontae Adams, who Hall of Famer, right? Hall of Famer. Devontae Adams, Hall of Famer.
Jordy Nelson, Hall of Famer.
But when you were out there watching,
Is he though?
when you were out there watching Devontae, did you not see Mike Evans?
Well, you do. Yeah.
Watch that fade. Well, the first one
And we're
where
missing him.
Zion had outside coverage on him. You could tell he's lined up on his outside. Didn't do anything. Just like when Mike Evans lines up, it does not matter where you line up on him. He's hitting for the sideline in the end zone, and he's going up and he's making the catch.
And now that's giving Devontae Adams too much credit because Zion McCollum, but I don't know what he was doing. You have Devontae Adams on the outside, right? Where are they going to go? Obviously to the outside away from you. You have no help over there. You have nothing covering over there. It's just you. You have help on the inside. So naturally, thought possession, let me force him to the inside so I have help by Antoine, help by everything else. No, they say hike And Devontae immediately goes out and catches a fade. Everybody saw it coming, besides Zion McCollum. Things need to change there.
Yep.
Not saying Benjamin Morrison would have made a difference, but you know who would have? Jamel Dean.
Yeah, don't make it
Dean.
Dean, but we need Dean.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I got some
Mr.
good Jamel
Lasting
Dean
Belt.
stuff. He is going to be a factor in Arizona. Let you know about that.
Is he going to be playing?
Speaking of playing, another thing I didn't like, and this was Baker's injury. You go out with a shoulder injury, you end the half, whether it be the play call or the quarterback himself, but then you go out there and try to make the longest Hail Mary you can. And just during the windup, I saw and I was like, I've never seen anybody launch that much for a Hail Mary before.
Nope.
And I knew something bad was going to happen, and sure as hell it did. Sure as hell it did. And then we got Teddy Two Gloves to come in there, who actually, granted, the Rams took their foot off the gas and actually just left the car in neutral to roll to the finish line. But Teddy Bridgewater completed, maybe had a better game than Baker, you could argue. Now, there's no quarterback controversy here in Tampa Bay. Let me reiterate that. But just a little shocking there. I know no film that could be attributed to it, but the offense did not look good with Teddy. I am not looking forward to Arizona. Another foreshadowing here.
Yeah.
But we could have him back. Apparently, there is no significant damage from the MRI that was revealed to us on Monday. It's simply a pain tolerance issue. But with our lead in the division, I think you could sit him for Arizona.
Our lead in the division, what, one game?
Yeah, against
We have
the
a
Carolina
one-game
Panthers.
lead. Granted, the Panthers have to go against the Rams still. They have to go against the Niners still. They have to go against the Seahawks still. No, they just went against the Niners. They lost 3 interceptions. The Panthers intercepted Brock Purdy 3 times and still lost 20-9.
Well, because Bryce Young himself is a league-winning champion and just decides to throw interceptions in the end zone.
Tessa Miller looks good though.
Not good. He looks fantastic. I talk about Mike Evans, and that man is a young Mike Evans if I've ever seen one.
Not looking forward to seeing him the next last 3 weeks of the season.
Or 3 years. Fantasy, huh? I don't know, real life. Panthers twice. I get it. Anyways, I'm gonna end this segment, Joe. My dislikes in this, my last one
against each other in fantasy this week if there's not.
The defense. 72 points was the last 2 games combined what our defense is allowed. 72 going into this. Now you add another 34, that's 106. That's 100 points in 3 games. That's 30 plus points a game.
And over 1,000 yards.
Over 1,000 yards. You can't win with those stats. So this is a chalk. Joe, it's time for put this in the cannon and fire it off the side and forget about it. Do you have any game balls in this, Joe?
No. Do you?
Yeah, I don't. I wanted to force one here, but there's just nobody that I could potentially give it to that actually earned it. So as the great John McKay would say, hit the showers if you feel you earned it. Joe, what do we do with the football around here when we're not representing who we are as a team and as a city?
We had been foreshadowing that we need to get a game ball for our game balls of the week. And of course, the first week that we get a game ball, we sit here and we look at each other and go, who's your game ball? I don't have one. Who do you have for game ball? I don't have one. So we're just going to bury this.
Yeah. Joe, bury it. If the people get game balls next week, they do. If not, we may never see the football again. But hopefully we will because it's a good Tampa Bay team. We need to remember that and get back to our laurels, everything that's made us who we are, and we'll get there. We were 5-1 at one point, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that.
Yeah. It was a rough stretch, but we're not going to sugarcoat it and say, oh, Riley Dixon definitely didn't get the game ball. Did you see that punt? We punted from our opponent from the Rams 45-yard line, and he still couldn't get it inside of the 20. What was that?
I don't know what you got against Riley Dixon, bro. Dude,
it was a 28-yard punt.
Dude's all right.
It was horrendous.
So we're getting into the next matchup where Riley Dixon can prove his roles.
Man.
We have the Arizona Cardinals, 3-8, started the season 2-0.
Yeah, this is the first of 3 home games in a row. We got the lowly Cardinals, then we have the lowly Saints at home, and then on Thursday Night Football we play the Kirk Cousinness of the Atlanta Falcons, or unless Kurt really stinks it up the next 2 weeks, we might be playing. Who could we be playing against if Kirk Cousins?
They will not bench Kirk Cousins against the Buccaneers because Kirk Cousins blows up against the Buccaneers. You like that? You like that, Joe?
I don't like it at all.
strong. Oh my God. Whether it's with the Vikings, whether it's with the Falcons, whether it's with the formerly Redskins, Kirk Cousins abuses us. Absolutely
Okay,
abuses
but
us.
we're playing we're playing the
But we're
Cardinals.
playing the Arizona Cardinals, who
Yeah.
are 3-8. Like I said, went on a
Yeah.
two-game winning streak start of the season. Kyle Murray's on IR. However, Joe, I do want to highlight Jacoby Brissett has
On
been
fire.
great, on fire.
Mm-hmm.
He has 50 plus dropbacks in the last 3 games, which I'm not sure if you've noticed, but our passing game is atrocious.
Pass defense, yeah, absolutely.
Now, Pat, thank you. I went in, crunched the numbers, did the math, watched the film, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you something. Shotgun formation against the Buccaneers, these Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is a pretty good pass defense. But when you're mostly under center, we struggle, son. There's a huge drop off there. As for instance, Joe, under center, we're giving up 69.6 completion percentage, 26 in the league, and shotgun that goes down to 66, which is 16th in the league. You want some more? I'll give you some more.
Right.
Under center, they're getting 11 yards. That's 31st in the league, second to last. Under shotgun, we're only giving up 6. That's 15th as well. The touchdown rate under center is 7, which is 20th in the league. Normally it's 4 with shotgun. An X factor, Joe. Which leads me to this, ladies and gentlemen. My X factor is Jamel Dean. We need Jamel Dean back to win this game.
Yeah.
Go ahead and ask me why.
Why?
Perfect. I'm happy you asked, Joe. Because without Jamel, 163 pass attempts without Jamel Dean don't make a scene. We're giving up a 69.9 completion percentage, 31st in the league, 8.3 yards per attempt, and a 9.2 touchdown rate, which is league high.
Yeah.
Without Jamel Dean, to wide receivers.
Yeah.
With Dean, Joe, 60 more snaps at 212, only a 63.2 completion percentage.
Nice.
That yards per catch goes down a full yard to 7.2.
Okay.
And the touchdown rate that was 9.2 goes down to 1.9.
No way.
Yes.
Yo, that's a swing.
I tell you what, son. Jamel Dean, we need him to watch the outside. We need him to watch Michael Wilson. Trey McBride's going to do his thing. But you can swallow that as long as you're locking up the outside wide receivers. And if he's the only thing beating you, then you can beat this Arizona Cardinals offense.
I'm not worried about Greg Dortch. That was great. Awesome. Actually, thank you. Thank you so much for pulling that out. Greg Dortch, he's the deep threat. He goes, and I think Antoine will have Dortch locked up. I think. I have no idea what Todd Bowles is doing. I don't even know if Todd Bowles knows what he's doing at this point. If he doesn't trust, you can tell if he trusts his defense, it's like either an A+ or an F-. He either trusts his defense and he calls the right plays, or he doesn't trust them and he just sits back and goes, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's just do this soft zone and hope that one of our guys gets in front of the ball. I'm not sure. But Michael Wilson, thank goodness Marvin Harrison Jr. is still questionable. Not sure if he's going to be playing. That's cool. And Trey, you said it, Trey McBride. You know why? Trey McBride, he doesn't work. He worries you. He worries me. Okay. We saw Levante last week and really throughout the season. Hall of Famer Levante David has lost that step that is necessary in coverage. Okay. He can defend the run, he can blitz, but Levante in coverage is a liability right now. And Servase Dennis still hasn't proven that he's an asset in pass coverage. So for an offensive-led team in the Cardinals, and they're fine with letting Jacoby Brissett break the record for the most pass attempts in a game in the NFL, why wouldn't he break that record 2 weeks later? I don't get it. I mean, I'm like, that's if I was the offensive coordinator, which I'm not. I don't get paid enough to do that. We don't even have a sponsor yet. If somebody wants to sponsor us.
We'll get there, Joe. We'll get there.
Subscribe. Don Shula's steak sauce or
absolutely. I mean, you don't want to pick on Levante. No. I think he's serviceable in that. I just don't think Servase is a good enough linebacker to mask his weaknesses with age.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. And so I think Trey McBride's gonna go. Did you have a stat? You had a stat about Trey McBride's touchdowns with Jacoby Brissett versus his touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. So
Zaxby's 8.
Oh, sorry about that. Ignore that. Zaxby's is not a
Zaxby's,
sponsor
if you
here.
want a sponsor,
Not happening. We'll take
We love-
Zaxby's.
We love that Zaxby's
Yeah,
sauce.
so Joe, Trey McBride in the, I think it's 5 or 6 games with Jacoby Brissett under center, has more touchdowns in his career than he had for his first 2+ seasons. Like Kyler Murray.
Yep.
So like I said, he's going to do what he wants to do. You're going to have to eat that. You're going to have to accept that. If you stop the run game, you stop the wide receivers, you stop the Cardinals. There you go.
Okay.
Joe, score predictions in this one.
17-21, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Damn. With Teddy as QB or with Teddy as out?
We didn't even discuss that.
Teddy might be playing.
It looks like because Baker MRI all showed up negative, he's going to practice. We're going to see how it feels. Teddy's obviously going to run with the number ones, which is going to help Teddy, right?
Yeah.
Going to help Teddy.
Are you on the train that we should sit Baker to preserve him and that the Cardinals are not a good enough team that we should be worried about starting Teddy Bridgewater? I guess that was a loaded question.
It was very loaded. Okay. With Baker, 24-17. Without Baker, 20-17.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fair enough, Joe. I'm actually going to go with a weird score here. I'm going to go 23-18.
What?
I know, that's insane, right? Insane.
Where did you come up with that?
I don't know. Just in my head, it sounded good. So it's going to be a weird game. Something's going to happen with an extra point or 2-point conversion, and then it's going to be scrolling down.
23-18.
The over.
Wait, who?
Oh, Tampa Bay. All the way.
Yeah.
Give a cheer for the Buccaneers.
Go Bucks.
Fire them cannons. They're strange and they're all cannons. So that we're both under
The under.
the under.
Yeah.
That's weird to say.
Yeah.
No, wait, excuse me.
Why?
Wait, the over's 44.
Tell me how we can have faith in the Todd Bowles-led defense with or without Jamel Dean that's only going to give up 17 points?
Yeah, it's going to be a rough. So, look forward to it though, Joe. Did not look forward to last week, so it's definitely anything is going to be better than that.
That's true, very true. Bucky probably going to get Bucky back.
Maybe.
Or you
Maybe.
just get totally different sources than
Maybe.
me. I heard Baker's likely going to play. Bucky's likely going to play. Chris Godwin is going to get more than 4 snaps. 4 snaps for CG? I get it. The game is out of hand. There's no need to put him out there, right? He would get lambasted.
Was he doing
if
anything when he was out there?
2 catches, 4 snaps, 2 catches. 4 snaps, 2 catches. That's what we like. Baker's looking at him. That's cool. Ted's got the touchdown. Cade, catch the ball, dude. We love you. We want you to thrive. Yeah. And if you're not going to, and you're still going to miss blocks on screens, can we not run a screen?
I'd say, Joe, we don't got to get into it. We've been through all that. We know screens, tight ends. Josh Gizzard not calling plays very effectively.
I know we're going to beat the Cardinals and make them walk the plank.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been our show. This is host Joe Lozier. Joe, thank you for being here, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you all for tuning in. Joe, what can the people do if they enjoyed this little program talking about Buccaneers?
Like and subscribe down here. Down here, but down there. Like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching, y'all.
Thanks for watching. There'll be no music this week, so enjoy that. I know y'all love that. With that being said, everybody, thank you for being here. As always, we'll see you next week. And don't forget to fire them cannons.